Coming up now on 8:39 here at the Cape Hill Studios. All right, so we've talked about this before. It's really, really neat. Okay, there's an art contest coming up. Juniors and seniors in high school being encouraged to submit original artwork. So we're joined now on the telephone by Jacque Rodrigue. And sir, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Happy to be here.
So I wanted to ask you all about this. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the original artwork because there is a lot of scholarship money on the line. So tell us a little bit more about monsters, myths, and legends.
Yeah, so my dad was George Rodrigue, and so we have a foundation called the George Rodrigue Foundation of the Arts. And Dad always said if he wasn't from this area, he probably never would have started painting in the first place.
Wow.
And so we have this mission to highlight the importance of arts in education. And one of the ways we do that is through this art contest. And the theme this year, Monsters, Myths, and Legends, really is a throwback to the origin of the blue dog in the first place.
Okay, so tell me how that all got to be. The loup-garou and then the blue dog. Fascinating is what it is.
Right. So, Dad painted Cajun culture and Cajun icons for 25 years. And a lot of their myths and legends. Mm-hmm. And one of these that he grew up as a child is, of course, the loup-garou. Maybe for anyone not from the area, the loup-garou is a Cajun werewolf dog. And Dad was commissioned to paint a book of Cajun ghost stories in 1984. And one of these stories was about a loup-garou. And so he used a picture of his old dog, Tiffany, as the model for this image and painted her bluish, grayish, as if she was under the full moon. And other people started calling it the blue dog, and it just kind of spun off from there.
It's amazing. It's and beautiful and inspiring. And speaking of that inspiration, $45,000 in college scholarships. So juniors and seniors in high school. So how did they go about getting into this and submitting their work?
So it's a pretty easy application process on our website. Mm-hmm. It's rodriguefoundation.org. So they create a piece of two-dimensional art, and they can just submit the photo there. The deadline is January 19th, so hopefully over the holidays, these high school students have a chance to create their work. Usually we get about 500 entries every year. Wow. And they're already coming in, and there's so much creativity here in Louisiana, and it's a chance to really highlight these talented young people.
Absolutely. Now, the deadline for that is January 19th, but before I let you go, I also want to talk with you about the proceeds. We Will Rise Again. That print was after Katrina, and I'm sure a lot of people here know it, but now you're doing the prints to benefit our friends in Texas. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Right. So we decided that as a family that was important to help our friends in Texas who had helped us so much after Hurricane Katrina. And so we saw the flooding and the devastation there. So we decided to re-release from the estate this image for the first time since it has been sold out. In a larger size, and so it depicts the blue dog rising from the water and gives that message of hope for the future. And so those prints are still available through the end of the year, and then they will go out, go sold out again.
So basically, by the end of this year, I mean, people better get it
right,
and do that.
They're $500. It's pretty rare for us to have a print at that value. And it's going to go to buy art supplies for schools across the impacted areas.
That's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Well, Jacque Rodrigue has been joining us, the executive director of the Rodrigue Foundation. You got a lot of good stuff, as always, going. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us this morning. We really appreciate it. And this is a good opportunity to help students, to help folks who are in the devastated areas from Harvey. Those art students, they need a lot of replenishing, and really just to remind people of the importance of art to how we live our lives and our futures as well. Jacque, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. All right. Coming up now on 8:45. And if you want info, we're going to have all of that at our website. So if you want to, hey, how do I get the print? Or I want my child to enter this contest. We're going to have all of that at kpl965.com. Coming up now on 8:45.